Wiggy time on the fly. What's up, everybody? Sean Wiggins here, along with myself, Ref Hansen, because nobody else is in the booth. What you see before you is I know it looks like John Moxley, but it's not John Moxley. This is, as you saw in the description, the Mikey Whipwreck retirement match. Now, I was hoping this was in better condition. It's not. This is as good as it's going to get. Found an old tape in an old box. And this is the best that it's going to get. There I am, goofy Ref Hansen, my long hair and swishy pants. And Mikey Whipwreck wrestles in his... Oh, is that church? You owe me money. Mikey Whipwreck wrestled his retirement match. Even though he did come back after this. Basically, this was the last pretty much anyone saw him. He wrestled a few times after this, but, I mean, he didn't wrestle consistently anymore. This was October in 2001. Fred the Elephant Boy. Yes, there he is, Fred the Elephant Boy. There's Mikey Whipwreck walking and there's Dan Moff. And kayfabe is smashed. They had a whole kind of gimmick that they were going to do here. But Mikey Whipwreck was wrestling Guido Maritato and Little Guido. And Mikey Whipwreck did ask me personally if I would be on this show. He was hoping that I would be the referee for it. And that was one of the coolest... things that ever happened to me. It really was. There's Guido Maritato. This is USA Pro Wrestling. And this is a VCR playback with really bad tracking. But for the most part, you can make the match out. It looks like shit. But this is as good as it's going to get. And if I drop dead tomorrow, I want Maz to be able to see this. My son, to be able to see this match because I am very proud of this match. And I kept the shirt that I refereed this match, and I still have the shirts somewhere in a box. Let's see if we can hear Guido.
Came out to Deer Park tonight to see Mikey Whipwreck's last match.
It's called the Mikey Whipwreck Retirement Show.
Thanks, Rich.
First of all, little Guido
and
still owes me. He did it in the Lower East Side in the Pizza K's basement 7 years ago. I want my freaking tights back.
Everyone's excited about this match. This match is called
we can barely hear it, but anyway, I'm sorry for that screen that came up. You can barely hear the audio on this, but Guido's cutting a promo, just destroying Mikey Whipwreck here in this. Guido plays the heel. And everybody here, I mean, we were all marks because we were only in the industry for a year. Remember, I came to this show with the Hit Squad. We actually thought he was going to be done because he was all hurt. You know, he had 2 bad ankles. His knees hurt. He wasn't in great shape. And he wanted to leave. And then he opened up QWA the next year, which had mild success, if you want to say that. And then it morphed into NYWC, and he stuck around the Long Island Deer Park area. And I just did not see much of him after this show. So it was really cool because I did see a lot of him in this year. He was on like every single independent. Can we hear this now?
Why don't you get your ass out here and let little Guido retire it tonight?
Oh, well, there it is. And this is like a month after 9/11. This is kind of a dead time. That, I think, is Frank Goodman's like illegitimate kid or something. He was a good guy, but he was a mess. Like, he always smelled and he always had shit in his hair. I liked him, though, but you were disgusting. Wherever he is, I hope he sees this. So there's Frank Goodman, the promoter. My favorite promoter to work for. He was always had cash. You never had to worry about your pay. And the shows were 7.5 hours long, which is awesome. And there's Jack Sabbath. So if he owes you money, that's what he looks like. Who ran UCW, which actually had some steam, and then 9/11 happened, and then it lost all of its steam. That's a shoot. UCW was drawing a lot of houses in the Queens Elks Lodge. They were selling it out. But Jack Sabbath, not really wrestling savvy, not business savvy enough to keep a promotion running. Then he opened ICW, folded. ICW, folded. ICW, show canceled. ICW, folded. Opened back up, ran this building, paid guys $20, and it was schmaz and a mess. And I actually liked Jack Sabbath. I have no ill will towards him, but good Lord, he couldn't keep it afloat. And then he had Danny DeManto running it, and that was a mistake. I don't even know if he still runs today. Maybe he does. If he does, it's great. Guido doing squat thrusts in the ring. God, the quality of this is shit, but if anyone was interested in seeing this match, again, Mikey did wrestle after this, but no one, I mean, very, very rare did he. I think he dyed his hair back to its normal color right after this show. He actually did get a job, I think at Verizon or something. I know Mikey had heat with some of the guys in ECW. The ring crew guys. For being, you know, not treating them right. But I'll say this about Mikey. He was in ECW for like, what, came in 95, maybe 96. He beat Steve Austin, who goes on to become arguably the biggest star in the history of wrestling. Then he goes to WCW, gets a fat contract, and then has like 3 or 4 matches, and then they get rid of him, but they keep paying him. Then he comes back to ECW. And I'm sure that he came back to ECW, he was 26. So I'm sure he was just like already grizzled and angry about wrestling in his mid-20s. He wasn't old enough to understand. None of us are. I'm older than that, and I don't understand. So, you know, we are products of what happens to us and where we've come from. So, all in all, Mikey's a real good guy, and I hope I see him again, and I wish him well. And this was a really fun match for me, as he's getting all these gifts as he walks around ringside from the Deer Park crowd. There's the chicken, who actually became famous later in USA Pro. And not a lot of guys from ECW were on this show. It was weird. Cactus Jack obviously wasn't there. He was in the WWE. No, was he in WWE? Oh, who knows? But, well, there's an ab roller. Or was that the thigh buster? What is that? The chicken's using it now. And, well, see, I don't know where. Oh, man, you caught me talking. Guido obviously relayed a spot to me. Damn it. Shame on me. I could have hid that a lot better. The crowd was alive for this. They really were. It was really, I mean, the Deer Park, this is the Deer Park Convention Center that would later host NYWC, which gave you guys like Alex Reynolds and Tony Nese and all those guys. Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, gave you all those guys. So NYWC did give us something, so that Deer Park building does mean something in this industry. But this is October 2001. I don't think a lot of shows ran here before this. If I'm not, I don't ever remember hearing about it being a hotbed or anything. I apologize so bad for this quality. It is rotten, but it's the only quality I have of this match. It's the only footage I have of this match, and before this tape explodes or gets destroyed by the sun or by the weather, I want to have it. And there's nothing I can do about the tracking. I am a slave to whatever footage I have of this. And Maz, I hope you see it. If you ever hear of Mikey Whipwreck in the future, I'm sure he's a name that's going to stick. I mean, he was a tag team champion with Cactus Jack. That sure as hell means something. Mikey Whipwreck can beat his chest to the world. He did a lot of things a lot of people didn't do. Steve Austin put him over clean. You know, I mean, now he wasn't Steve Austin yet. He was superstar Steve Austin. He was right out of WCW at that time. That was 90. It was 95. So it was pre-Ringmaster. That was disgusting. Mikey's, I don't know what he's wearing here. Pretty cool that he picked Guido to be his last match. I've been talking so much about Mikey here in these 9 minutes. I didn't talk enough about Guido. Not putting him over enough. Oh, no water in the pool. Actually, Big Sal, if you say this, I'm surprised you weren't there. There's a show I just thought you would show up to. Guido's amazing. Guido's going to be 90 years old and have abs. And drink. And have a little doobie ooby and be a maniac. Guido is about my favorite person to be around. Every time I see him, I fucking hug him. Awesome guy. Can't put him over enough personally. And professionally, he's just outstanding. He's very, very good at his craft. Anyone will tell you that. So it's cool that Mikey picked him for that. Both guys had the idea for a dropkick. It didn't work. See, I look decent here. I was too dumb to realize I needed slacks and black shoes. And I took myself seriously in my mind, but not in my body as of yet at this point. So I'm still learning. Raven says it better than anyone. What about me? What about Raven? Yeah, these chairs are the shits. Look at these chairs they give us. What? No. Not gonna feed us? No. He's probably bitching about something right now. But he says this: the more money you put into yourself, the better you're gonna look. Invest in yourself. Get a road. Presentation. Guido backs up Mikey into the corner. And Mikey at this point was, 28, 29? So he wasn't that old. So he kind of... But again, to Mikey's credit, and Guido didn't want to quit here. Guido actually wound up in WWE, almost a year later? A little over a year later. Like at the beginning of 2003, he debuted. Or it was the end of 2002. But, Mikey, I'm sure, said, I'm hurt, I'm banged up. Hopefully he saved some of his WCW money by this point. But it was only the WWF. And remember, NWA, TNA still wasn't even a thought yet at this point. So a lot of people thought this would just be indies. There's Fred the Elephant Boy from the Howard Stern show. Oh, there he goes. Fred the Elephant Boy would show up at every one of these shows. He was a big fan. And everyone, picked on him and used him. But he was, he loved it. It's like he loved being shit on. Sucks that the quality's so bad. It's really bothering me. Mikey, now, what's he setting up for? There it is, the wheelbarrow into the fence thing that usually works. So this is 2 years into my quote-unquote wrestling career, and this was my biggest match to date. I would say I ref for Lawler by this point and Jimmy Snuka, but I thought the Mikey Whipwreck retirement match was going to stick. I thought this would be a big thing because Mikey was a star in his own right in ECW, of course. He's a name that you're going to remember. And I just thought this was something. This was a big deal back then. We didn't know how. You live in the moment. Like every show you do now, you say, this is going to be the biggest show I do. Oh, no, next month is when I work, I don't know, Alberto Del Rio, who's just fresh off to, actually may not be working him. It's a bad example. I'm working Bobby Lashley at a big card in Texas or something. It's going to be the biggest one. And then months later down the road, it's going to be something else. And nice sell by Guido. But I don't know if, that's something I wonder. Because to me, ECW is what it was. But are, the stars of TNA and maybe AEW today going to be as big as ECW was then? Are those two feds going to have the same sticking power? There's a pie to the face, which I'm sure the boys afterwards really liked, that they had to work in it after. Fred the Elephant Boy, kind of a pseudo-manager here for Mikey Whipwreck. I wonder if Mikey goes over in this match. I'm going to put all my money on Guido. Can we bet on this on DraftKings? There were no DraftKings back then. There were no smartphones back then. Mikey now. No, he dropped the bell. There it is. Ding. I love that spot. It's done commonly, and it always gets a pop. Because it makes sound. It's a noise. Bing. People are going to pop for that. You put the bell on the guy's balls, and bing. All right, that's annoying me now, me making that sound. Mikey looked pretty hot as a redhead. What is that? It's a foam crayon. Balloon crayon. Mikey laying him in. 14-minute mark, but a lot of that was entrance. Oh, nice. He did take a big bump in this match. 2, 3, so you can barely see. Oh, I'm so pissed at its shitty quality. This tape has been at the bottom of my chest for my little plastic Hope chest. The cheap Hope chest I bought at Walmart that lasted this long. For who knows how long. Months, years. I moved twice. No, I moved 1, 2, 3 times. So it's been through 3 moves. This nice bump. This chest was in a garage. So I'm surprised this tape is still breathing, still living. And this is a dub, tape of a tape. We all did that back then. I said that in one of my previous interviews, uploads. that we all taped off of this, off of that, off of this, off of that. Wow, 15 minutes in here. These guys better wrap it up. It's going to be a long, long upload. Guido now. What's he setting Mikey Whipwreck up for? That's what he was setting up for. The leg drop to the rocker dropper to the floor. Hey, there's Doug. Doug rules. It's cameraman in the back, for those of you that didn't know. He just hit him with a soda. You know, I hated that as a referee. Whenever a guy would hit someone with a soda or a beer, because I would get hit. Even though it would be completely away from me, I would always get sprayed. I look pretty cute. I would hook up with myself here. I'm fucking gorgeous. But that's one thing I do regret. If I was going to have a gimmick, which I pretty much was a gimmick referee back then, which was first of its kind, why no one really wanted to work with me. They did because I was a good ref, but they didn't because I was getting pops, and no one wants that. Just like no one really wanted Bobby Heenan as a manager. The guys could say that today. Oh, he was the best of all time. But when he's out there, he's getting, the heat. He's getting the crowd reaction, not you. Unless you're Andre or something. Mikey, and wow, that's pretty athletic for a fat guy. Mikey, you don't sweat so much for a fat guy. I should shut up because you're skinnier than me. Oh, mist to my face. I forgot. Yeah, duh. My shirt today still has that mist on it. Remember, look, I said the tracking actually looked good right there. 1, 2, nobody home. Guido had the finish right there, but I was way out of position because I got hit with the mist. Sold it like a champ, too. I remembered that was in this match. I just forgot where. So that means we're close to the go-home spot. Fred the Elephant Boy and I was helping Guido. You damn whack-packer. You wacky whack-packer. Guido somehow fooled, bamboozled, and hoodwinked Fred the Elephant Boy into helping him when Fred the Elephant Boy was there managing Mikey Whipwreck. I wonder if Howard Stern knows this match exists. He wouldn't really care anyway. Guido's setting up that table. I don't know if he's going to have a card game. Oh, he's setting up in the corner. That means that's no good. Looking at, is that a Steve Young jersey in the corner? Steve Young is still active at this time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I remember that. That's how long ago this was. Steve Young was an active quarterback. Ooh. No, he wasn't. This is 2001. I think it was Jeff Garcia. Mahistra Cradle. Oh, there I am. Now I'm open. 2 count only. Oh. And there's that inside-out clothesline that nobody did better than Rikishi. Rikishi did that inside-out bump better than anyone. Like Bret the Hitman Hart took the buckle better than anyone, but really, and Jerry Lynn says this, that front buckle, that front bump in the buckle, Bret did it great, but Sergeant Slaughter really, and that's straight from Jerry Lynn's mouth, Sergeant Slaughter took that thing like a champ and it looked great every time. And he's got me convinced. Bret took it great too. Tie for first. Oh, duck, punch, duck. The eye rake. It always works, or the eye poke. Mikey's a house of fire. He's going to want to put Guido away here. He's going to be in some trouble. This could be anybody's match. Those lunch trays? I think they were. 2? No. A damn good match. Mikey saved the best for last, didn't he? Mikey. Guido now. Guido he did keep that FBI deal for a while. Even after he was Nunzio in WWE, when he came back on the Indies, he still did work as a little Guido. Super kick 2, 3, 2. Good thing I didn't blow this match. I blew a couple finishes. And every time I quote-unquote blew a finish, it's because the guys changed it in the middle. To all the guys in the Indies today, wrestling is fake. You can tell the referee the ending. You're not going to blow anything. I promise you. It's all a work. The people know it's a work. Don't change the finish in the middle of a match. It's supposed to look real, but it's never going to be. No, he hit him with the whippersnapper. Did he get it? Is it enough? Oh, I'm counting. Thank God that was 2. I counted in the wrong spot. Always count by the guy's shoulders, referees out there. Don't do what I just did. I love referees that have been around for like 5 years when they met me when I was around for 10, 11. and they would tell me what I was doing wrong because they learned from somebody one way. Oh, there it is. That's not going to be enough, though. Mikey's too close to the ropes. See, I knew it. Now the foot was under the rope. No, Guido, you didn't win. The foot was under the rope. See, you didn't pay attention. So many guys, and this is for referees out there, too. So many guys who never reffed teach refs wrong shit. Oh, no, did I cost Guido the match? No, thank goodness I didn't. Don't push me, brother. You push me, you're going to get hurt. We're going into like the 50-minute mark here. Look at that TV in the background. Was this a bingo hall, I imagine? What was it used for? I'm sure they played high school back. Oh, the snooker. No, went for a swanton, but there was no water in the pool. No, did he get him? He didn't. That shoulder came right up. Mikey, what are we doing here? Oh no, this is so close. Guido could get him. You're not technically Nunzio is barely an afterthought. He doesn't exist. Doesn't get him. God, Mikey really did pull everything out. Because again, I mean, he probably legitimately thought he was never wrestling again. I remember the next match he wrestled was for his own promotion, QWA. In June or July of the next year. And he called me. He's like, Hanson, you're up for my show? I was like, yeah. He goes, I'm not back. I'm just going to beat the shit out of Joel. Joel Maximo, the SATs. He went, and he did, too. It was Mikey and Red against the SATs. Says, I'm just going to beat the shit out of Joel. Because Joel did something. I don't know. He pissed Mikey off. And in that match, I was waiting for it. And then Mikey got out his belt. And I was like, oh, shit. Whap, 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 whap. Joel's back was redder than my neck. Wow, this is going on and on here, but it's good shit. Just sucks that it's garbage quality. Oh, the chair to the head, and that'll stop anybody in their tracks. Actually, that doesn't hurt nearly as much as so many other things. That's right. Check this out. Check it out. Whippersnapper through the table. That's going to be it, folks. 1, 2, got him. Mikey Whipwreck retires a hero. A la Fritz Von Erich. Who else won their retirement match? Eddie Guerrero won his last match. He beat Kennedy on SmackDown. That one's not really memorable. Kennedy called it an unfortunate honor. He is right. I wish I had the one Eddie Guerrero match I reffed. But Mikey, thank you. I really appreciate that I got to referee this match. Mikey really could have, I'm sure, got anybody to do it. And he did kind of ask me. He asked if I was going to be on the show. And I said yes. And he let me. And there's all the boys watching. So for Sean Wiggins, I'm Ref Hansen. Hope you enjoyed this one. Arrivederci and ciao. And that was Mikey Whipwreck's retirement match. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was great. And Mikey, that was a really good last match to have. Again, he did wrestle a couple times after this, but this was his retirement match. The last time he was featured and the last time that, it was what it was. Thanks, Mikey. Appreciate it. I still have the shirt. Arrivederci and ciao. Sorry for the shit quality. And drive safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Miss yous, love yous. And peace.